I'm sober on St. Patrick's Day. Every pub I see around is crowded.
Yo, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to On the House Productions. I'm your host, Brett, and today we're actually going to be doing a review on Jameson Irish Whiskey. See, up until recently, I've never actually gotten around to drinking Jameson, which I know, it's crazy, right? But yeah, it wasn't until relatively recently that I started drinking it. And it wasn't, due to a lack of it being available. It was more, I just never got around to it. It's in every bar. Just about, anywhere you go where there's liquor, there's Jameson. And rightfully so. See, before we go on to the review, I'd like to go ahead and tell you guys a little bit about the history of it. You see, one thing I learned recently, while doing research for this, is that whiskey actually originated in Ireland. My whole life, I kind of figured it was more of a Scottish thing. Turns out, nope. While there is, of course, Scottish whiskey, the Irish did it first. In fact, the first recorded mention of whiskey is about 100 years older than Scottish production of whiskey. It's basically an account where this Catholic monk had decided to drink some and he died. You see, whiskey originated as fermented perfumes, which I'm sure you can imagine might smell good, but I don't think that'd be very good for you. But hey, they say the liquor ain't good for you, but look at me, I'm doing just fine. Alright, but on top of that, for a while, due to prohibition here in the States, I believe it was in like the early 1900s, a lot of Irish whiskeys were starting to suffer, especially, since America was one of their biggest, trade partners for that, Due to prohibition, whiskey also suffered here in the States, and I'll get onto that with another video in the future. However, we're talking about Jameson here, one of the oldest currently still produced Irish whiskeys. However, this one, believe it or not, has only actually been around since the 1700s. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and pour one for you, and I'll tell you what I think. Now, of course, since we're drinking whiskey, I'm going to be drinking it straight, but I'm going to be doing it both on the rocks and not on the rocks, So first of all, you're going to need a whiskey tumbler, or you could use a shot glass, but I don't really do shots all that much. You know what? If I'm going to drink straight liquor, doing it in a whiskey tumbler. That's how you should do it. That's how I think it should be done. So I'm doing it. So, whiskey tumbler glass. So first we're going to do it, just the whiskey, no ice. I'm doing it crazy, huh? It's got that almost kind of a sweet smell to it. So if you like to smell things before you drink it, you can do that. Now, take a swig. Now it's a lot smoother than a lot of bourbons I've had. Which, of course, it's not a bourbon, it's an Irish whiskey. So that makes sense. Also, yes, this is Jameson. It's good stuff. As far as the flavor goes, it is a bit more sweet, very aromatic, I guess. It's like if you could smell a rose bush with your tongue. Yeah, there you go. That's my assessment of it. So now, we're gonna go ahead and add some ice. And we'll see how it is on the rocks. Now, because I don't have an ice maker in my freezer, I had to go to McDonald's and grab a cup of ice, put it in here. So, I'm gonna put some ice in there. So there we go. Yes, I'm poor. Don't judge me. But yeah. Now, another really interesting thing about Irish whiskey is that, seeing that it has been around for hundreds of years, there's a lot of tradition in it. It has a sense of history to it, which to me is the coolest thing since sliced bread, because I've always liked history. I'm just a nerd, that's how I am. So now we're gonna have our whiskey on the rocks. Cheers. And it actually is a bit different when it's cold. It almost brings out more of the flavor. So it feels more smooth. What little burn there was when I drank it just the whiskey, barely there. but they're, it's a little bit. And even after you swallow it, there is still a bit of an aftertaste. It's not a nasty one by any stretch of the imagination. Actually, kind of adds to the flavor, more experience to it, So yeah, on a scale of 1 to 10, I give this liquor, I give Jameson whiskey, let's say a 7 out of 10. Yeah. So, just to let you guys know, next time I will be doing a mixology school tutorial with a whiskey drink. I will not tell you which one just yet. You will find out on the next video. So, until next time, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And for those of you who didn't know, that Irish whiskey came first, you're not the only ones, because I didn't know. So, yeah, if you're Irish, please feel free to berate me in the comments below. I kind of deserved that one. My bad. Until next time, I'll catch you later.